Hi, the Game Dev fam. I hope you guys are having a very good day. I know it's been a while since I last posted on this channel, but we are back to game development. And the last time I posted about something about game development wise, I showed you guys a zombie map that I'm trying to make. Note that I am still doing that. I'm still working on that type of game. Just know that it's been taking a while because I've been doing other projects on the other channel. Now, you may have noticed that I'm back on RPG Maker MV, and there is a reason for that, and that is because I am also making a game in RPG Maker MV again. So the last time I ever posted RPG Maker MV was when I was trying to do my very first RPG game, which is still up on Game Jolt, and it's been a while since I ever did that. But I'm back to game development for a while to see if this goes well. So what is this game I'm about to show off that I'm currently developing here? Well, actually, before we get into that, talk about card games. It's a card game, but we need to shout out somebody here. So if you guys do not know, we have a Patreon to shout out. It's called Mid Atelier Atelier. I hope I'm saying that right. He is making a plugin that allows you to make a card game, literal card game. So, for example, all your skills in RPG Maker MV will turn into literal cards, if you will. And I got very interested as soon as I learned about this plugin. I was searching for like card games, RPG and Maker MV, and this guy popped up. And ever since I started communicating with them in their Discord, they've been very helpful. They also even answered some of my questions when it comes to the game, the plugin. So I want to give them flowers, if you will. So this literally turns your game into a card game, and you can turn into some other stuff here. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna show you guys that in detail here. So I'm going to show you guys what I have so far. Now, note that I will be going into advanced material when it comes to this plugin because I'm learning how to use it. So I'm going to show you guys a little sample. Please note that whatever you're going to see may change if I when I release this thingy. So notice that I do have a HUD from some random dude, top left corner, some Yanfly plugins, and as you can see, this is a demo because you have a lot of people on the thing here. I want to focus on a few elements first. Top left is your HUD. This will change later on. You may have noticed the heart, the white, the gray circle, the fighting icon, and the gold. Gold, obviously, very simple. The first icon is for your friendship points. If you guys remember this, it's when you do a quest or some other objective and you earn friendship points. Friendship points in this game allow you to bonus healing. The second icon is called pearls. This is actually currency in this game, along with the gold for certain cards. And the other icon there, the fighting one, is called your charge points. Okay. In some scenarios, I'm going to give you charge points where you earn those either from the cards or by doing certain tasks on quests. And obviously, the last icon is gold. So I want to take you around here just a little bit. These NPCs, minus this one, is going to give you something in relationship to a HUD feature. For this guy, he's going to give you points. These points are going to be used for certain items in the shop. Most likely normal shops, not card shops, which we'll go over in a moment. This guy is going to give you charge points. So for every time you use strike, you're going to add plus X, which is 10 in this case. Now keep in mind, you're not going to get these for free when you get to the actual game. I'm just showing you guys this just to let you play around. And I might even release this before the end of the year. And then in 2025, I'm going to actually make a game with this. Um, this guy will give you friendship points. Again, like I mentioned earlier, bonus healing. Then this one is supposed to give you items with cards. Now these you can buy with points. Now I made a mistake on Striker Potion. That's supposed to be in points, not gold. That's my bad. But all of these you can buy with points. Most likely, except for the small scale potion. I am still thinking of if I want to use job point for the stuff. I don't want to just go into it like that because I want to go over stat allocation in a moment. But these potions are going to give you cards based on the type of potion. For example, Striker Potion for 0 gold will add two strike cards to your hand. Basically, two attack cards straight directly to your hand. So you can buy those for points, which I'm going to show you in a few moments here in combat. The next thing I want to show off, we're going to get to her in a moment. The next thing I want to show off is the card shop. This is the card shop and an armor shop. Now keep in mind in this game, in this particular example, there is no armor yet. However, what's going to happen is when you get your armor, when you equip it, you actually get more cards. But there is a catch. If you equip it, you earn the cards automatically into your collection. However, if you unequip said armor, you also lose said cards from your collection. Okay? So keep that in mind as you play. The first guy over here is going to sell singles for gold. For example, these cards are singles. You can buy them individually. Notice that there are different colors for the cards, which I'm going to explain right now. The first one are your common cards, located with this color right here. The next cards are your item cards, known in green. The next cards are gonna be your other cards that I want to try out. These are your attachment cards, which I'll explain the idea for this in a moment. Those are your cards for the moment. There's another card I'm not put in yet, and that is the blue cards. Those are going to be your quote unquote protection cards. Now, yes, there is a block card involved, but thanks to Yanfly's absorption barrier plugin, you can also add a barrier. It's going to be in blue once I actually implement those card cards. Now, they're not going to be cheap. I'll tell you now. They are not cheap. Okay. You can also purchase packs, but these are going to cost pearls, as you guys can see here. These pearls can be found like from fighting enemies and all that. So for example, there's the mini 3 card pack. So if you guys like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering, this should be very similar. This should be very familiar to you. Like if you actually collect the real cards in card shops. Think of this like a card shop thingy here. So you have your block card, your refresh card, and your focus cards. We're going to go into battle after I mention some other things. So, now I'm going to get into whoever this person is. This is Luna. Does anybody remember Luna from our own games? Yes, she is going to be part of the 2025 game. She is also going to be part of the so-called tech demo, which is this puppy right here. Okay. Now the idea of this demo is to I give you a chance to try out the game, see what you guys like about the mechanics before me transitioning to a real 2025 game. Do note that there is actually a goal in this demo. Once it's all said and done, and our goal is to beat down enemies in the tower. What tower, you ask? There is a tower in this game. Does anybody know Slay Spire? This is gonna be the tower. Now it's not implemented yet because, as you can see, there's nothing here. But what's going to happen is you are going to be able to run down some enemies, and to trigger the final boss, you need to figure out, you need to fight them all. Okay. Now this is Luna. She is a healer. Now, speaking of cards, you need to edit your decks, right? Well, good news for you is that plugin has an edit deck area, but you must purchase if you would like to actually make your card game like a RPG Maker MV game, a card game. You must buy the different plugin packages from his store mid out here, with a link in the description below. So each character has their own deck, and as you can see, if you played Yu-Gi-Oh games like this, you probably know about this. So on the left side is your collection, on the right side is your actual deck. I want to point out some things, however. Let me go back to that. Actually, I want to point out a few materials that you must pay attention to. On the bottom left is your description. Keep in mind, keep in mind, some of these are very beta right now, so I'm trying to figure out some other ideas. One of them being hidden variables, which is another plugin add-on to the card game, where you add certain variable, and then you can use that variable to do bonus damage. Okay, so also on the bottom right side of the screen, you may have noticed this material. It says Herald Test 10 out of 50, 26 out of 100 deck points. So certain cards have, all cards have deck points. And what does deck points do? Deck points is actually a quote unquote limit, excuse me. Deck point is a limiting factor. What this is if you, for example, you know how in Yu-Gi-Oh you can only have about 60 cards, but they don't tell you how many points they occupy. So for example, you can have as many cards as you want at 60 until 60, but you can put them unlimited times. So this deck points is like a limiter. You can only have cards up to 100 deck points. If you want to if you want to put a card in your deck, you have to make sure you have enough deck points remaining, and you cannot go over 100, or in some cases a different number based on what I decide. You can tell how many deck points a card is going to be on the bottom of the card in the middle. Okay. Now keep in mind, some are very different values. So I'm gonna add some cards so that we can play. Also notice a few other things I want to point out. Please keep in mind there are effects. Just like in a real card game, there are effects. For example, this card, Healing Surge Beta. Add 5 Healing Surge for healing, which is your friendship points actually. Exile this after card use. I accidentally said exile this after use. I meant to say remove this after use. So after you use this card, the card is removed from play for that battle. But let's just say you do another battle, you get this card back. But if you use it again, then you don't get to use that card again until the next battle, depending on how many copies you have. Okay, so keep that in mind. So once you use your copies of said card, you're not getting that card again until your next battle. So do keep that in mind. Some of these have to remove this attribute. Okay. So right, I'm gonna do now is I'm going to go over battle now. I am going to go ahead and buy some card packs so that Luna has some cards to play with. By the way, there are cards inspired by another card game like Magic the Gathering. So do keep that in mind as you play this. There are cards that are inspired by Magic the Gathering. So I'm gonna buy the starter pack. And actually two of them just came up. Speaking of Magic the Gathering, Rod of Ruin traditionally in Magic the Gathering deals 1 damage to a target creature. It's 10 damage in this game. For Blessing, I said selected ally gets 10% attack boost for 2 turns. Add 2 strike cards, remove this after use. The original, I believe, was the selected ally gets 1 plus 1 something, and for the turn, and then remove this after use. I think something like that. I try to make it a little bit different for this card. Focus those to draw 2 cards. You may have noticed that this is a different color. These are food items, like an apple. Draw 2 cards and remove this card. Okay, so that's the effect of this card. I'm gonna give that to Harold. I'm gonna give Focus to Luna, Blessing to Harold, Rod of Ruin to Harold, Light Heal 1 to Luna. Keep in mind, some cards have different effects based on what you have. Let's give a pie to Luna, apple to Harold, and I only have 5 left. I'm gonna save those pearls though. So let's edit Luna's deck here so it makes sense. Keep in mind, just because you bought the card does not mean it's in your deck. You still have to go to edit decks to the character and edit. So right now I am going to go ahead and select Light Heal 1. I'm going to add another copy. I'm also going to add Apple and Pie so you can have healing and focus. Okay, notice that Luna has another card called Wild Card. You get to select one from your deck, add to your hand, remove this after use. Very straightforward. You can also make multiple decks, as you can see here. You can even rename your deck too. So it's not just, oh, whatever I gave you at the beginning, you can only use that. No. This is a deck builder game. I do want to go over something in the menu though, before we go into battle. Allocate. Thanks to Yanfly's plugin for skill allocation, you can actually allocate different things. The max level in this game is 1. However, with allocation, you can just add stats of your own. I do want to draw your attention to the right of your screen, however, because all of them require pearls. What are pearls? Our currency. Remember, I just showed you the card shop also uses pearls. Also using pearls are the allocation of skills. Now, I do want to draw your attention to the top 5 stats, the main 6 actually, the max HP, MP, attack, defense, magic defense, all require only 1 pearl. However, I am thinking of changing that number. And here's why. It's easy to go over 10 MP at the start of the game without earning it. Just like that. 8. Now obviously with stat allocation, you can do whatever you want. That's not the point here is I'm gonna make it a little bit more not more difficult, more challenging, so that you have to manage your resources very well. Okay, so max HP of 8. I'm gonna go with that. Also, be very careful because pearls are also going to be used for all allocation. You see how I put all the Herald pearls? Luna gets nothing out of that because we used it on Herald. The good news is, the good news, however, is we can revert this. If we can get a refund, so I can give Luna something. So it's not all bad. But I would be very careful. I would make sure to have something for all characters. Now this doesn't mean it won't change. I might change it in the future. I'm gonna give Harold 2 more MP though for our sample battle. Okay, so keep that in mind as we continue to play. All right. So now with that said, let's go ahead and finalize our decks for Harold and Luna here. I'm going to add Focus. I'm going to add Rod of Ruin. Actually, let me remove Healing Search for now. I will add Charge Strike and Strike Tack. Okay, I'm gonna explain what those are, what that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so I am going to go to the left for the normal bat. I am going to save just in case. This is your normal bat. It's just gonna strike, strike, strike. Bottom left is the stuff there for the card game. So as you guys can see, we now have points here. We now have our cards. So on the top left right of the card is how much MP it costs to use. In this case, we have 0. This normal strike card is 0, but you're gonna see that strike tax actually adds to that. I'm going to use my block card to get started. Does anybody play the Fire? If you have, you notice that you have a block shield thing. For every time you put more blocks, it's going to add. Okay, you add to it. I am going to go ahead and Rod of Ruin this guy. Straight up 10-10 right there. I'm going to add a barrier to myself. Does any the barrier takes damage first? As by the way, I'm going to draw 2 cards. I do not have charge. I do not have a charge strike just yet. I am going to strike them down right now. Speaking of, I'm gonna end my turn there. I'm gonna add a block for Luna here, and then I'm going to strike that one. Oh, just because of the remember the poison there. I'm gonna end my turn. You see how she only took 2 damage? Because of the shield. I am going to add a block again on Luna. Now I know it's only 2 HP, but I'm gonna give her an apple anyway. Okay, it's the user. Go ahead and strike him down. And you can earn gold, pearls, and the skill potion. Now, I'm gonna save again because I want to show you a different bat. This guy is the punishment bat. Not only can he attack you, but he can totally destroy any possibility of your deck. What I mean by that? Well, does anybody remember in card games, the opponent can force you to discard a card or 2 or 4 or 5 to continue. I am going to tell you, I am putting this in testing mode just in case something crashes. That's why I say. By the way, the whole discarding thing, you cannot block that because that's not technical damage for them. Whoa, that's a big fat number. I'm gonna end my turn right off the rip. Does anybody remember that card, Old Mill, where you're supposed to discard 2 cards? That's how this game. That's the punishment that. I'm gonna let him attack though. I'm gonna do that again to demonstrate more. I'm gonna let him attack me just so that we can demonstrate it. Oh, he has 119 thanks to enemy level plugin. The ZB actually attacks though. No, he doesn't. That's okay. I'm gonna beat him down now. Okay, I want to demonstrate this game, this card, Strike Cat. For some reason it's not adding 5 points, but what it is doing is if you play this card, I'm going to let you add five or two charge points. But what it's going to do is it's only going to add 1 mana cost to strike cards. Oh wait, I don't have enough MP. Hold up. Thankfully, I have a refresh. So I'm gonna play this. This card is no longer free, as you can see. So I can't play it. If I end my turn, I'm gonna block Herald here. And I'm gonna end turn there. Ah, he did not. Oh, he discarded my hand out. Anyway, as you guys can see now, in order for me to do strike, it's 1 MP instead of 3. It usually be was free, but nope, not this time. Yeah, okay, I got this card, so I'm good with that. I'm gonna refresh for Herald, so I can use strike again. 2 M, 2 HP by the way. And I'm gonna strike with Luna here. You may have noticed that that particular strike attack card only affects the user. That is because I'm using a hidden variable to do the whole um, strike attack thing. So that is like a little taste of the game in terms of the card stuff. But I want to go over one more thing, and that is the items and how you can get more cards from using items. I'm gonna get a few more points here. Oh, by the way, to earn points, you have to complete quests. I may add another mechanic where you can add points for other stuff. Let's get a striker potion, a few of those. We're gonna get a flurry potion, and then what's gonna happen is we're going to play again with the normal bat this time. Actually, let me make sure I have my deck optimized. Yes, I do have a flurry card. Okay, so what I'm gonna do first is I'm going to go to my items. I'm gonna purchase. I'm gonna use my flurry potion. Now I have a flurry bonus of 2. This should do 7 damage. Yep. Now that variable is actually a normal variable, like the charge point, but I never say it. I what I could do for strike attack is I could add 2 more to the actual charge point, but it's going to cost you 1 more mana for strike card. I'm gonna super block. I'm gonna use my wild card on Luna here, and I'm going to add. Let's add strike here. I'm gonna draw 2 cards and use another strike. Now remember that strike card is Luna, not Herald. Okay, so that's why there's no cost of 1. Let's go. Let's let's eat. No, no, let's eat a pie. Let's put a block on Herald, and let's end the turn. Ah, it went for Luna, of course. I'm gonna escape from this battle though. Alright, what I want to do now is I'm hoping to pull one of my cards that I created. Oh, I don't have enough. Okay. I'm gonna finish. You know what? We'll see where I want to go with this in terms of the variables. But that is what I have for you guys in terms of this for the moment. Um, Most likely by the end of the year, I'm gonna have this out as a little taste test, and then in 2025, I'm actually gonna make a game with this. Believe it or not, there's gonna be a big update very soon next year where enemies can have card decks, just like characters can have card decks. It is highly possible in 2025 I'm gonna make a quote unquote card game like thing for this engine. So that's 2025. If you guys before I end this, I do want to give you guys a little heads up about something. On my main channel, if you are a member, by main channel I mean Yuki Productions 1. So on my main channel Yuki Productions, I have members only videos including updates to this game I'm making right now for the RPG Maker. If you would like an early look at what I'm working on, become a member of the main channel at any level. Okay? If you guys wanna support the channel, the main channel. Okay? I could purchase more plugins for you guys to make the game more better. Okay? So if you guys wanna check that out, make sure you guys become a member of the main channel, which is Yuki Productions 1. Okay? That is all for now. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed what you're about to see. Until then, keep on game deving, and I'll probably have something for you guys in December. Welcome back to game development, everybody.